Okay, hi guys. So I'm gonna show you guys a video about an oil that I'm doing in a honey jar that I'm doing to draw money to the house. So I'm gonna use a couple of things. I'm not gonna show you how to put the ingredients in and actually show you how I'm doing it. I'm not gonna do that. I'll do it in my. You guys can do what you guys do, or I'm doing it in my own time, and you guys can also use the ingredients that you want into your money oils or money jars. So first I'm gonna use a black candle to represent the dark energy or dark matter. If you guys don't know what that is, I'm gonna leave a link below, and I'm gonna leave a link for Ashira Star Goddess's YouTube channel, which she explains what dark matter is, and it makes so much more sense about how to use the energy, or what you're doing, or how you're harnessing your energy, or what exactly is it that you're working with, whether you're a light worker, whether you're working with quote-unquote lower energy, I don't know, entities, and how you guys do it, or what you guys are into. So I'm gonna use the black candle to represent the dark energy, and then the white candle, since I don't have a green candle, to represent whatever it is that I'm doing. Since I don't have a green candle, this is a money spell. I'm gonna use a white one because it's pure and it represents all colors. I'm gonna use a jar. In my previous video, you guys saw the haul on where I got these jars from. So for the money oil, I'm gonna use a jar, and I'm gonna use a jar for the honey jar also. While this is the way I do it, while I do my rituals, I have both of these candles lighting up as I do the ritual. And let's see, what are the ingredients? I'm gonna burn $1 and put it in one of these little new jars that I got. A lot of people don't like to burn their dollars or their money. To them, it's like, oh, this is horrible. It's like the money's gonna go away. But you guys can do as you please. If you don't want to use $1, you guys can go to your nearest bank, or the bank that you have your bank card with, and take the bank dirt and use that as a supplement of the $1. If not, you don't have to use the energies. It's just the way I do it. Where I learned where I learned about burning dollars or using them in your rituals is through the lady Grave Dancer. She's absolutely magnificent. I'm gonna do a video, not in this video, but another video of the chicken feet that I did for my house. And I'm not going to show you how I did them. I'm going to just let you know what I used, and I'll put a picture of how they ended up looking at the end. So anyway, for this video, so a jar, you have your 2 candles, they're lighting, or you put them to light. Use the jar. You don't have to burn the entire $1 for this ritual. You can just use half of the $1 to burn. You're gonna put the oil. You're gonna put the oil, or this is how I would do it. Again, you can do whatever you want. You put the oil halfway through, and after you put the oil halfway through, you're gonna put the intent after each ingredient you put in your jar. So the first ingredient that I'm going to use is the oil. The second ingredient that I'm going to use is barberry, spearmint. You can use any mint herb, peppermint, spearmint, basil, which is one of the best herbs for money. And after putting each herb inside your jar, you guys gonna put your intent, or that's how I do it. I put my intent after each ingredient. After I put my herbs, I'm gonna put a little bit of the residue of the burned, or the ashes of the burned $1. After I do that, I am going to actually put in the cinnamon. I'm I'm going to put a stick of the cinnamon, which should be able to fit in here. Yeah. I'm going to put a stick of the cinnamon. If you don't want to put the entire stick in there, I'm going to put the stick. You can just, you know, make it so it's becomes a powder, or you can just buy the powdered cinnamon, however you want to do it. I'm going to put a little bit of peridot. These are little crystals, excuse me, that I got at Michael's. Peridot. This is great for money, or bringing in prosperity and abundance. Aventurine. This is also good for bringing in prosperity and abundance. This crystal right here. And magnetize, which is good for opening your crown chakra, or getting you connected to better ideas and better ways to communicate. Because yes, this is a money spell, but if you are doing a money spell for let's say a new job, and you're going for an interview, and you want this money spell to just, or the oil to just work for you while you're in the interview. If you don't know how to communicate yourself, or the words aren't coming out properly, then you probably just blew your whole spell up. You blew the entire interview or your possibility of getting a job. So the magnesite, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I hope that you guys can see it. Is good to open up communication. So after you've put your herbs, your dollar, your oil, and your crystals in there, and your cinnamon, you're going to put a little boost to your dollar, or a little boost to your the dirt from your bank or a bank. It should, if you're going to use not graveyard, I keep saying that. If you're going to use bank dirt, you should use the dirt from your bank, or the bank that you use. But what gives it a boost is the gold leaves. In my video that I did yesterday, I did a haul on where I got these from. I got these from Michael's. So if, let's say, you don't want to use a dollar, you don't want to use the dirt from your bank, that's fine. You can go to Michael's and get 18 sheets of these. I think this is, yeah, 18 sheets, and use the gold paper. But I'm going to use both in my spell. Once you have, let me see, those are all my ingredients. Yes. Once you have all of those ingredients, what you're going to do is you're going to put the rest of the oil so that it could fill the jar up, and then you're going to put the fast money oil at the end, because this will seal the deal in your jar. And then once you're done with that, you're going to take your green marker, or whatever it is, or whatever color associated to money, or what it associates money, or how money associates to you, and what color it is. Usually it's green. Most people use the color green. You're going to write on your jar, like, signs of money, or, you know, money for whatever, to pay student loans, or money to keep my job together, or just money everywhere. And then once you're done with that, or telling your jar what you want it to do, or what you want the money jar to bring to you specifically, or if you have like a specific problem, like paying your mortgage, you want to pay your mortgage, write mortgage all over, mortgage payment, and make sure to write those dollar signs on your jar. Very important. I would suggest green, because that's the color of money. And then once you're done with that, you're going to burn your candle. You're going to finish burning this one, a white I'm using white. You can use green, or white, whatever you choose. And you're going to light your incense. I bought the money drawing incense. These are cones, and the frankincense myrrh, or mirror, however you pronounce it, cones. And while your candle is burning, you're gonna burn the incense. after your candles burned out and your essence cones burns out, or you know, whatever other essences you use, I'm gonna use these specifically. You can leave it outside to harness energy. I'm gonna leave it on my windowsill for 3 days. Why 3 days? Is because the number 3 is a holy number, and that is one of my numbers. If you guys don't know what your lucky number is, excuse me. Thirsty. If you guys don't know what your lucky number is or what number you work with, the number 3 is a good number because it's a holy number. So if you guys are doing your spells, you can leave the jar either on your altar, or you can leave it outside to take energy from the moon, energy from the sun, or you could put it on your altars, whatever it is that you guys decide to do. It's important you guys decide to do your spells for you and the way you do them. I'm sharing the way I do them because I want you guys to learn different ways with me, and learn different ways just for your own knowledge. It's fun to share knowledge. And that's the money jar oil that I'm preparing. I don't have the little plastic little cups that I'm going to be using, but this is going to be like my go-to. It's consecrated, it's blessed, it has all my intention in there. I'm going to take some of this oil and put it in one of those plastic or glass jars, and then I'll walk around with my oil. So if I'm going out to, like, I don't know, promote my business, or I'm going out to have, I don't know, a business meeting, you want to wear your oils because that's what you want to attract to yourself. Or you could wear it every day just to see what comes to you if you need money. Just important. The Spirit just told me to remind you guys, it's important not to be greedy. So if you guys are going to be doing your oils, or you're going to be doing your spells, do it because, number one, you need it. Besides the fact that you want to practice as a newbie witch, or you want to continue with your solar practitioner career as witches or santeros, I don't know what everybody's out there into. You want to do it because you need it, or you want to do it because there's a client that needs it. Don't be greedy. Just live by your means. If you need it, this is great oil. It's never bad to just have it around, because in this world, we need money. We need to survive. We need to have our jobs. We need our income. So it's good to have the jars with you. But when you're putting your intent after each spell, or after each ingredient is entered in your jar, you want to make sure that you remember, that you understand that it's not okay to be greedy. Live by your means. Just because you are a witch, or you want to become a witch, or you're a practicing witch, doesn't mean that you're going to be asking for, I want a Mercedes, or I want this. Like, if you are asking for a Mercedes and you're asking for like a excuse me, a big bank account, make sure that you can handle the issues or the responsibilities that come with that desire or that manifestation that you're trying to manifest. Importante. Now, this is considered a quote-unquote hoodoo jar or honey jar. Again, I'm going to use one of these. I got these at Michael's for $1. Excuse me. I got these at $1. Of course, you need honey. I got these at Lot Less for $4.99. I've used some of them already, some of the honey. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your intent on the empty jar. You're going to tell the jar whatever it is that you need. For all intents and purposes, right now what I'm doing is a money honey jar. It's not about love or anything, but the intent is to attract money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my intent, put a little bit of the honey inside, put a little bit of the residue of the burnt dollar into this jar also. I'm going to put 2 cinnamon sticks. You can put as many cinnamon sticks you want. I'm gonna put basil and spearmint. Excuse me, basil and spearmint in this jar. And of course, a little bit of the barberry, because these herbs are all good for money. And what else am I gonna put on here? And I think that's it for, so I'm gonna put, so these are the herbs I'm gonna put. These are the herbs that I'm gonna put, and I'm gonna, after each herb is entered, or after each ingredient is entered into the jar, I'm gonna put the intent. Once I'm done putting in the herbs, I'm not gonna use crystals for this one, even though Spirit is telling me to use this one. I really don't. I didn't want to use it, but I'm gonna use this one for communication. And Paradox. I'm gonna use these two. That's what I'm being told to use. At the moment, I haven't done my jars, like I said before. So after each ingredient, you're gonna put your intent. Once you're done putting your ingredients, you're gonna put your honey, the rest of the honey, fill up your jar, and just put more intent into it. Again, you're gonna leave your candle burning with the essence on the jar. If you want, you don't have to write in this jar what you want. I am. So before I light my candle on top of here, I'm gonna write what I want the jar to do, or what I want the spell to do. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna leave it on the window again for 3 days. After I'm done burning my essences and my candle, I'm gonna leave it on the window for 3 days. And then I'm gonna put this jar next to the door of my house, so that the money is always flowing next to the door of my house. You can put this jar wherever you feel best is for you, wherever you feel, you know, next to a window, if that's where the money flow is coming in, whatever you decide to do, it is your prerogative. So that's my video. That's my video for the money oil, and that's my video for the what's considered the hoodoo honey jar money spell. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and that this was an educated video for you guys. And go out there and practice. Thank you for watching.